Good morning, Josh the driving instructor here, and today we're actually going to have a look at how you physically apply to become a driving instructor, because I was thinking back to it and it's actually really quite complicated, or I thought so anyway. So I thought it's time to actually put a guide together for you lovely people to give you a helping hand where you need it, how you actually apply for that DBS and what you do from there. So I put together this video for you. I've also put together a written guide, which did take me a lot longer than I'd like to admit. It is on the link at the bottom in the description. If you go through my Patreon, it's completely free. So do have a look at it for me, and any feedback would be much appreciated. So thank you very much. Let's go. So in order to apply to become a driving instructor, the first thing you actually need to do is have a DBS check. Doesn't matter if you've been a teacher or whatever before, where you've already had a DBS. They actually want their own DBS, so you have to do it again. It's only around £8.20. And so let's have a look at that first.
First of all, if you'd like to see this in a written format, guys, it's exactly the same as the video, but if you want to see it in a written format, it is available on my website. There's a whole guide here that you can go through and follow it at your own pace. It's completely free. If you just click on my Patreon, go through, it'll take you to my website, and here it is. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to either click on the link in my guide or in the description below, which will say become a driving instructor. That should bring up this page here. So first thing you're going to want to do is check if you're actually eligible to become a driving instructor. So click next and answer the questions. Are you a registered driving instructor? No. How old are you? Over 21. Have you had a full car license for over 3 years? Yes, I have. Have you been banned, disqualified in the last 4 years? No. What type of car do you drive? A manual? Excellent. Done. You are eligible to become a driving instructor. Now there's absolutely loads of information here, so have a good read through and actually decide if this is the right direction for you. It's never too late to change your mind, but it's going to save you money in the long run if you actually read through it now. If you're happy with that, then click on the Become an ADI. So we've actually done step 1, which is check if you can become a driving instructor. Step 2 is to apply to become a driving instructor. To do this, first you're going to need to get a DBS check. This is at the moment £8.22. It's gone up since I actually made the guide. So to start this process, you're going to need to click on Get a DBS Check. Now, just something to note, if you do already have a DBS check like I did, perhaps you're in teaching or something like that, it doesn't matter, you're still going to have to do this again anyway. They like their own DBS check. So, clicked on the link. Now we've got this page that says Get a criminal record check to become a driving instructor. Click Start Now. It is just worth noting down this area here, because this is what you're going to need. Don't ask me why they have this, but you're going to need to type in this pin here, 105205, and the secret word Axes, and the organization name as well. So make sure you note those down. They are in the guide as well. So yeah, just keep a note of those. Okay, so these are the bits that I mentioned previously that you're actually going to have to type in. It's the same for everyone. So as I've mentioned there, all this information is on the guide. First of all, the organization pin is 105205. Then you're going to put your full name in. Then you're going to want to put your email address and then click next. Okay, then you're going to need to put your secret word in, which again is the previous information. It's Axes. It's the same for everyone. Tick the box, I confirm DVSA PDI is my organization, and then create a password. So to carry on this application, you need to make sure that you have your national insurance number, driving license, passport, and a valid ID. Then click Begin Application. Okay, you need to make sure you read all this information, and if you are happy with it, then tick the boxes. Again, you then need to correct all this information, fill in everything that you need to, and then click Proceed to Step 2. When you get down to here, tick on the options of the identification you have. For instance, national insurance number, perfect, pop that in. You can find that on your payslip. I know mine off by heart, P45, etc., etc., or otherwise valid driving license, pop that information in there, or the passport. Then click on step 2. Okay, it says optional here, main phone number. If I were you, I would pop a phone number in, because if anything isn't quite right, they're going to need to be able to contact you. Next, it's going to ask for your address history. Now it's going to want this for the last 5 years, so make sure that you fill that in, otherwise it's going to affect your application. When did you last move into this address? I don't think they're all that bothered about the exact date. It's more the year, and they want to know that it was over 5 years that you've been at this property. Otherwise, you're going to have to put extra information in. Next one is, what is your position within the organisation? So it's a drop-down box. Just click on Driving Instructor, and then your current nationality. So for me, I am from the United Kingdom. Click on next on there, and then it'll give you a choice of documents that you can use to actually validate yourself. So if you have a driving license, this is probably a very easy option. If you have a valid passport, that is going to be a very easy option as well. Otherwise, you've got birth certificate, biometric, resident permit, or adoption certificate. So ideal world, if you have got 2 of these group 1 options, click on those and then proceed to the group 2 selection. You will also need at least 1 document from either the 2A documents or 2B documents. In my case, I'm just going to pick a utility bill. Then you need to read these boxes, make sure they're correct, and then tick the boxes. Then proceed to step 4. If you have a personal reference, fill it in, otherwise just skip that. If you'd like them to update you on your application, tick that box. Finally, do you have any convictions, cautions, etc.? Tick yes or no on there. And finally, tick the box I provided complete and true information to support this application. Next, you need to print your ID verification service. Make sure it's black and white and it's full scale on an A4 piece of paper. You'll also need to take those original ID documents that you've selected at the top here to the post office with you. As you can see here, you have a time limit, so I have 3 days to do this, otherwise my whole application will have to be reset. It's also worth being aware this service isn't available at all post offices. It might be worth giving them a call or having a look around, because I know when we looked at it for my wife, we actually struggled to find a post office that did do it. So do a bit of research and check this. Okay, so here is the document that you will need to print, and that is the first stage completed of your applying to become a driving instructor. So now you're going to want to go to apply to become a driving instructor. Again, there's a link below for that. You can only do that once you've received your DBS check back through the post, which can take a few days. When you get this far, click on the Start Now button. You then get this, have a good read through, check you're happy with it, and then click I accept. And you are then given this screen here. It asks you to pop your driving license number in. If you need to, tick the buttons and then click next, and just simply follow the instructions from there. I'm a little bit limited from what I can do here at the moment, as I can't actually reapply to be a driving instructor as I already am. If you have any problems though, give me a shout and I will do my best to answer them.